then we also complain about women who have a lot of children and they can't necessarily pay for them. So where's the equal ground? Like you can't complain about one and complain about. So it's almost like, you know, and we would all wish that people would just be responsible, right? It stop having, you know, because you know, broke people have sex more than people got nothing else to do.
But do we shift and change our morale as a people, as a culture, to say, oh well, even though we know that you are incapable of making good decisions and taking care of yourself and the family and picking a good man to establish a family, we know that you can't do this, so we're going to change our morals and just
No,
go
you're
on
not
a.
changing nothing.
You know them folks ain't changing no morals, boy. Bye.
Wait a minute.
But that's what.
No, it's not. It's not changing anybody's morals. What it
How is that not?
it's y'all. Actually kind of reversed. Y'all are changing the morals of people that want to do this. That not y'all, but the actual
The
system.
deletion?
The deletion is somebody's choice. That's the whole point of it. It's not, nobody should be able to tell somebody how moral they should be. Now we might not agree with it, and we might not want it to be used as birth control, but what somebody we can't change their morals lawfully by saying that they can't do something and make them more moral. That ain't how that work. Just make sure to just take care of your tribe.
No, that's not how society works. If you break the law, and most laws are built off of morals, you can't just go outside and unalive a person. If you do that,
but you're gonna have to suffer the consequences.
Right, but that's my point. They're not going to change the law of morals of saying that, okay, well, even though you did it, we're gonna say it's okay, you know, just because this person was homeless or something. Right?
I think you're missing my point. My point is these people are gonna get it done either way. They shouldn't have to move around to find loopholes like it's the taxes. What I'm saying is everybody is not Christian, and I don't believe in those either. But what I'm saying is everybody not Christian, but what it seems as though is that the federal government is trying to force people into a belief system that may not be their own, and that in itself is against the Constitution. And that's why Roe versus Wade became a thing in the first place. So you might have the morals, we might have the morals, people we know might have the morals. Everybody ain't got them, but that don't mean that we have the authority to tell them, to force them not to have the morals, or to force them into a situation they don't want to be in. That's all that I'm saying.
That's completely false, because if that was the case, then we wouldn't have jails. Most of the people that are locked up in jail are there because they did not coincide with the morals established in our society.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is a body and how when a baby develops and all that stuff, that's up to the person who's carrying the child.
Do you think?
I mean, I don't feel like people that have never carried a child should be involved in the conversation, first of all. Second of all, I just think that it's, what do you mean, why not?
Why not?
Do you know what morning sickness feel like? Do you know what being SA feels like, and then waking up pregnant by somebody?
So we've already established, and Trump has established, that cases of SA, he's completely open to that. So
he didn't, though.
He did. He literally said that out of his mouth, Cookie. If you
okay,
by all means,
I'll believe you, and I'll look it up. But what the point that I'm trying to make is,
go ahead.
We can health issues, body in their health. Next, they'll be telling you that you can't do holistic medicine. You have to go get chemo. Next it'll be after a certain age or after so many kids, you have to get a vasectomy, or you have to to do this. You have to do this with your health after a certain round, because morally you shouldn't have 10 baby mamas. Like, my thing about it is,
So that's
But we
to add on real fast
was
is
okay
one
with
question, because I want to ask you a question.
that with the vaccine though.
But a question, I got a question, Viz.
We
So
was
what?
okay with that with the vaccine. It's not a the government literally forced millions of people to get a vaccine that we don't know what the results is going to be post. We know for sure it wasn't effective because President Joe Biden had it at least 4 times. He had COVID 4 times, and we know for sure he didn't got the jab plus all of the boosters.
So
So
what
I
is
if
think
the
we
it's
if
difference?
so
just
if
the
so if
vaccine is
we
so it
so
doesn't kill you, not so you don't get it. Like, I think that was the
but I'm
point.
saying no, but you can't use that argument if there wasn't a nationwide pushback on the vaccine, because the vaccine was something that was forced by the government. So I don't think that argument can be said if there was no pushback for that. And then even the fact that
I
that the
think there
people
was
that
pushback.
And
there was
I know people who didn't get the vaccine.
there was pushback, in every single person that did not take it, they were shunned. They were talked about. They were called stupid.
How would
It
they
was
even know that you didn't take
I
the
wasn't.
vaccine? How would you
Where?
know that?
I heard all of that. I didn't tell people
No, I know
publicly,
plenty
but
of people who opt
that
out
was
of the
all on social
vaccine.
media.
Nobody know. I mean,
I work in a school and nobody forced us to get that. I
nobody.
don't understand.
Well, there's a
Well, there were
lot of
some
people
companies.
that
Yeah, there were some
lost.
companies that were.
There was a lot of people that lost their job or they were forced
Even
to their
nurses.
job
Well,
to get that.
and they made a choice, but they had the choice.
You don't
Yeah,
have a
Everybody
choice
and
still
if
guess
had the
what?
choice.
But
to
They
guess
lose
wasn11
what?
a
Though?
person had to
livelihood.
do it.
A lot of them that stood on business and elected not to get the shot and ended up getting fired and losing their job, they're already getting paid today via lawsuit, right? And also the back pay. So from the moment that they got
Yeah,
released from their position to present day, they're compensated all
they
that back pay,
winning.
and they are gonna win the lawsuit as well,
Yeah, they
right?
winning for
So
that.
those people who stood on business, good for them,
Yeah,
because when push comes to shove, you're going to realize that if we have, let's say, for example, if we have another worldwide pandemic, right, or what our government deems as another pandemic, do you really believe, based on the first experience that we all went through, that people the second time around saying that their livelihood during the pandemic was greatly affected for something that they felt they have a high mortality rate?
I enjoyed that little month off. I ain't gonna even lie.
Do you think it will be resolved
same.
nationally? That's Adrian's. He was very serious about it. He was like, "It's going to be resolved nationally," and I was like, "Oh, I don't know."
Yeah, I mean, I certainly would like abortion to be legal nationally. I don't, Adrian's like a smart lawyer, and I'm
He
not.
definitely. I mean, he's great. I mean,
Yeah, he said he would like for it to be.